Hey everyone, welcome back to another Mountain Valley Collectibles video. My name is Jake, and in today's video, I just wanted to go over what I think are some useful tips and tricks for anyone that might be new to this hobby. Someone like myself who joined the hobby back in 2021 during the last big boom, I feel like I can offer some helpful tips from that perspective to maybe keep you from making some of the same mistakes I did when I was new. Um, this boom cycle seems to be on a much higher trajectory than the last one was. But I see a lot of the same things happening. So let's just get into it. So the first tip is to have specific attainable goals. And what I mean by that is don't try to catch them all. Pokemon has so many new releases, so many products. They have 4 main sets every year and then 1 to 2 specialty sets every year. If you try to collect every card, if you try to collect every sealed item, unless money is not an issue from you, it's just not possible. And every generation, every 3 year block has over 250 promo cards in it. So that means there's at least 200 products usually. Um, because usually every box has a promo in it. Some boxes come out without promos, and yeah, just they're gonna releases are gonna come faster than you think. Um, at first, it may seem exciting. You may be like, "Oh, I got to get this new product. I got to get that new product." But after a certain point, you'll start to notice they just keep coming and coming. And kind of a similar note, don't try to pull a master set. You may think, "Hey, I want to pull every card in a set. That sounds fun." But the modern sets are just way too large to even think about attempting this. Um, After a certain point, you get duplicate after duplicate, and these sets have so many secret rares in them that are the special illustration rares in Scarlet and Violet are like 1 in 70 packs. So you know, if there's a set, let's say there's 10 in a set, if you're pulling perfectly, it would take uh, at least 700 packs to get all of that, and that's just not going to happen. So my rule when I'm opening packs is, and I'm trying to master sets, is to stop opening packs after I get every reverse holo. Those are kind of the most annoying thing to find in when you're trying to do master sets, because not every shop is gonna have every reverse holo you need. It's annoying to order sent cards here and there online. Um, so I just like to open packs until I have my reverse set, and then I'll usually by that point I'll have a good number of the secret rares and tons of duplicates. So at that point, I go and sell, trade to get the cards I'm missing. Um, oh, I forgot to mention the amount of packs that requires you to get most of the reverse hollows is usually about a case of booster boxes worth. Now in this current market, that's not really feasible. I was doing that back when you could get booster boxes. You could get a case for like under 600. You can't really do that anymore. So just be aware of that. I'm probably not going to be doing this with sets going forward until the market cools back off. But that's just what I've done to have fun with it in the past. Um, and sell big chases is another good thing to help you with your collection. Recently with Searching Sparks, I pulled the gold Pikachu card, and I felt like that $200 price wasn't gonna hold, so I sold that card, and I plan to rebuy it in a year or so when the singles prices inevitably go down. Almost always, singles prices will go down over time as more packs get open, more cards hit the market. Uh, in almost every case, there might be a few exceptions where a card will be more valuable a year after release than it sells for around the release time. But who knows in this market, things might be changing. But that's just the way it's been in the past. So if you have a big hit, you have a couple $100 worth of a hit. I like to just sell it and then I rebuy it in a year or so. And relating to pack opening is never profitable. On average, your pulls will always be less than the cost of the packs. When singles are expensive, and if you can get it at MSRP, you might be able to, reliably pull more value out of the cards than you would have paid for the packs at MSRP. But the market price of the sealed product will always rise to reflect the higher singles prices. So while yes, you would make money on paying MSRP for the packs, the value of the sealed product would still far and above be more on average than your pulls. And, just keep it fun. Don't make it a gambling problem. Um, yeah, that's you're just not gonna make money opening packs. That's it's simple as that. If it was profitable to open packs, then nobody would keep sealed product or sell sealed product. Another pack related tip is all packs are created equal. And what this means is no product has better or worse hit rates. This is a common myth I see online all the time. People love to make videos on this saying, oh, hits are really good out of this certain product. Oh, booster bundles have better hits than an ETB, or this collection box has so and so hits. Booster boxes are your best hits. No, this is not true. Every pack from the factory, from Pokemon, has the same odds of hits. Unless there is a specific batching error where there's more or less hits in a sequence. There was a product that came out a year or so ago where there was some Silver Tempest packs inside that would always have a V card or better. Those are very rare and specific instances where the pack odds are not average. And you may see people say, "Oh, booster boxes are better hits," but in reality, this isn't necessarily true. It's just that a booster box has a more consistent sequence, so your hit rate is going to be more in line with the average. Because you're going through 36 packs in a sequence. If you get a case, you're going through 36 times 6 in a sequence. So you're going to get every hit you're supposed to get more often than not. As far as loose packs go, they can be manipulated in some ways, but we'll get more of that on the next slide. Next tip is to buy from trusted sources. If a deal seems too good to be true, it probably is. No, not probably. It is. A hot market like this is ripe for scams. I saw an ad on Facebook the other day. It was really sketchy. It was a post about, oh, we are closing our store. We need to sell off product. And the website led to like Evolving Skies booster boxes for $100, celebrations, ETBs, evolutions for MSRP, half MSRP. If you see stuff like that, that's obviously too good to be true. It definitely is. Don't fall for it. I tried to report the ad, but Facebook's wonderful moderation decided it wasn't a scam. Big box stores, Walmart, GameStop, Target, they're usually reliable 99% of the time. Stores like this don't accept returns on cards, so you're not going to get somebody's return. But watch out online for third-party sellers on especially sites like Walmart and Target, because there will be third-party sellers that usually have their stuff listed higher than market price. Check the reviews. Sometimes you can find a good deal on there, but more often than not, it's not going to be a good deal. As for Amazon goes, it's not great. I see oftentimes people end up getting returned items where it's just like, obviously the box is ripped open, or it's just literally the cards are sent to you with an open box. For some reason, Amazon still accepts returns on cards, I think. I don't know why. Almost every other big platform does not take returns on any trading card product, and nobody should really, for that matter, just because it's so ripe for scams with that. but for like new releases on Amazon, it's usually okay because no one has had a chance to return the items yet. So if you pre-order or buy on release at Amazon, it's usually gonna be okay. And there's many great online stores as well. Poke Coliseum, Danny Phantom's store, just to name a couple. Um, but just beware of some stores that out there that might cancel your pre-orders. But more on that in the next couple slides. Uh, Next tip is to beware of scams. If a pack is resealed, it'll usually be obvious 99% of the time. Um, People aren't gonna go through the effort to reseal packs. Resealing is much more of a concern with the more expensive and vintage packs. So something like $20 and up, Evolving Skies is getting there. I would definitely watch out for that. Vintage packs, the benefit of your time spent on resealing like a $4 pack is just not there. Nobody serious is going to be doing that. So I really wouldn't worry about resealed packs when it comes to like newer, cheaper stuff. And as well as far as pack weighing goes, modern English packs cannot be reliably weighed. There are some theories. There's some people that have tried to prove on a case by case basis. There's certain weights that could have certain types of hits to them, but there's nothing concrete that I've seen that's reliable, anyways. However, there is a new thing going around now. Well, it's not really new. It's just kind of blowing up a lot more that the Sword and Shield and older packs that have the potential to get a non-hollow rare instead of a hollow or better can actually be metal detected by a little pipe finding device. And it seems to be a pretty reliable method. However, if you're doing this and you're selling these packs, if somebody buys from you and opens a few and there's no hits in them, it's going to be pretty obvious that's what you did. So nobody serious is going to be doing that and selling off their packs. And it's just going to be obvious that they're scamming you. So the English loose packs generally are going to be okay as long as you buy from a trusted source. No back alley loose pack deals. You're probably going to get scammed in that case. However, Japanese loose packs are much easier to search because they have the one hit per booster box most of the time. So if you see Japanese packs being sold as loose, you'll probably notice that the prices are a lot lower. That's because most of the time it's from a booster box where they pulled the hit out of the box, and then the rest of the packs are going to be duds. My next tip is to not FOMO or overpay on new sets. Historically, sets have a 2-year reprint window in Pokemon. Generally, something that's in the standard rotation has the chance of being reprinted. Historically, that's what we've seen. Specialty sets tend to be heavily reprinted more than main sets. Crown Zenith is a good example of this. It just turned 2 years old, and it's still getting restocked everywhere. Those Regieleki, Regidrago boxes are popping up at Walmart right now. The Sea and Sky boxes can still be found at Sam's Club. And Crown Zenith released in January of 2023, so it's about to be 2 years old, and you can still find product. Specialty sets, people remember Shining Fates got a huge reprint back in 2021, crashed the market. You could still get it for retail price to this day. If you can't get it on release, there will be chances. You don't have to panic and pay over MSRP right at release. There will be chances, I promise. And my next tip is before diving into investing, some things to think about. Could your money be better used elsewhere? Do you have high interest debt, such as credit cards? Are you early into a mortgage or a car loan? If you're in your first few years of a mortgage or a car loan, how they set up the interest is you end up paying a lot more interest than you do principal early in your loan term. So it's much more beneficial if you can to pay more to principal early on in your term, so that brings down your principal, so it reduces the length of your loan. Just paying a couple $100s more on your mortgage can cut a couple years off of your 30-year mortgage. And do you have an emergency fund? Do you have money in the bank in case something comes up? People usually suggest a $5,000 emergency fund. Have you maxed out your 401k, company match? It's free money. Don't pass it up. Beware of the Pokemon investing YouTube echo chamber. Everything is great and euphoric right now. We're seeing amazing gains on product. I do a little bit of it myself, as you can see. Nothing crazy though. I definitely need to take my own advice, because I do have a lot of these things I mentioned that I'm not fully taking advantage of. But yeah, one more thing is Pokemon is far less liquid than traditional stocks. If you buy the S&P 500, if you buy any traditional stock, really, it's simple point and click buy, point and click sell. With Pokemon, you got to find a buyer. There's fees associated with selling and shipping, and you're not gonna end up with the market price more often than not. More often, your take home profit is gonna be, or your sale price is gonna be 10 to 20% lower than market. Even if you sell, you sell a Facebook Marketplace, you do friends and family payment, whatever. People are usually going to be looking for a deal, because they know you're saving on those fees, and that's why they're on Facebook Marketplace in the first place, looking for Pokemon cards or trying to get a deal. Anyway, I don't hate investors. It's part of the hobby. If you want to invest, just be informed about it. And my next tip is to not waste your breath on scalpers or resellers or whatever you want to call them. Scalpers and flippers are opportunists. They are not the cause of what's happening right now. They are just a symptom of it. Anytime something is where the demand outweighs the supply, these people are gonna come in. They're gonna take the free money. They're gonna take the flip. You're not gonna stop it. The only way it can be stopped is if the stores selling the product put limits, but that's usually not going to happen at big box stores, especially. So it's just not worth, taking your pitchforks out online, because it's never going to stop. Like I said, they don't exist without inflated demand. So scalpers don't cause the product shortage and scarcity. They're a symptom of it. And instead of wasting your time yelling about them, learn their methods. You can join a free Discord server that pings product drops. I'm in this server called PKM Deals. I'll put a link to the Discord in the description. It's a really good group with a ton of people in it that will ping when products drop online. 151 prismatic evolutions. It's harder to get these days, but they'll notify you if it gets restocked. Now there are monitor servers you can get to, but I generally stay away from those. I don't really think they're worth it, because unless you're just sitting there all day and looking at it, it's still hard to get stuff, even if you're notified when it goes in stock. With all the botting and just so many people trying to get stuff, it's usually not worth your time most of the time. What I find better success with, actually, is trying to learn your local restock patterns. Your local Walmart will usually restock on the same general time of the week. For me, it's like Wednesday or Thursday. Obviously, don't go crazy with it. Don't be weird with the restocking person or anything. Nobody wants to see that. And don't go crazy trying to find this product in the wild either. You know, if you're driving around to all these stores all day, that's a waste of your time. It's a waste of your gas. Um, so yeah, just don't go crazy with it. Try to, if you got to get some groceries, go in, see if things have been restocked, and if the card section looks like it's been restocked, try to come in a day earlier the next week and see if it had been restocked that day or not, and you can kind of narrow it down to um, the day of the week they usually do it. And just don't be that guy. If you're in line on a release day or something, if you're in line for one of these Costco drops, don't be that guy that we see on the videos pushing people around, having their cart stacked to the ceiling. You know, try to be the peacemaker of the situation. Try to say, "Hey, let's all just, get a couple boxes each and be happy with it." Um, Easier said than done probably. I've been in those situations before where somebody comes in, they think they can just get it all, and it's just tough. Um, so just don't be that guy. And my last tip for today is to support your local game store. LGSs are a tough business even in this booming market because they're having a really hard time getting product right now. Distributors are cutting their allocations severely compared to what they used to get. Um, the reason that's being given for that is there's so many more stores that are wanting this product that normally wouldn't be getting Pokemon, and there's just the same amount to go around for more people that want it. Um, I think it's a bit unfair to these stores that have been taking dead product in the Pokemon space for the past couple of years that they're getting their allocations cut so severely. But that's just how this business works, I guess. Um, so yeah, if your LGS is offering fair prices, consider giving them your business over like a Walmart or a Target or something like that. Even if it's a couple more dollars, I like to keep the money in town, keep it local, keep them in business. Show your local LGS some love. Um, Another thing with LGSs I want to touch on is that they're not bound to MSRP. Um, Now, I don't think you should just be hating on stores just because they're selling something over MSRP. Um, it's tough right now. Stores are getting maybe one case of prismatic ETBs. Um, if they want to sell them at market price, that's their prerogative. Um, I'm definitely not going to buy that at that price. Um, but I do think you should be saving your pitchforks that charge way over market price for something. Usually you can tell in a store if they'll have like $1 cards marked for $5 or something weird like that. Those are the stores you should just stay away from. Weird stuff like that. Like every pack will be $10 no matter what it is. Um, yeah, you just don't take those stores seriously. Um, but you should be taking notice of stores that go above and beyond. Like right now, if there is a store that is selling prismatic evolutions for MSRP, they are doing you a huge favor. Even if they're doing something like, hey, you can buy this at MSRP, but we're going to rip the plastic off right in front of you so you can't scalp it from us. Um, I think that's good. I think it's a good idea, and it gives people a chance that actually want to open and enjoy the product a chance to get it at MSRP. And even if stores are selling it, say for $100, um, that's still $50 less than market price. Um, I still am not comfortable buying at that price, but they're still giving you a big discount to retail, or not retail, market price. Um, so yeah, I don't get my pitchforks out unless they're over market on things and just really ripping you off. So anyway, that's it. Yeah, thank you for watching.